Hello everyone, my name is Magellan Bimicasio. I'm first year college Bachelor of Computer Science. This topic is mathematics in the modern words. We apply an understanding of reasoning, Polya problems, solving step, basic statistical terminology, and measures of central tendency to a real life situation. Let's proceed. What is problem solving strategy? Problem solving strategy ay approaches or methods used to analyze a problem, develop potential solution, and implement the most effective one. So, this strategy involves a systematic process of 10 including steps like defining the problem, generating solution, evaluating option, and implementing the chosen solution. They are valuable for overcoming challenge in the various aspects of like from personal issue to complex business situation. Let's proceed. So, step 1. Understand the problem. This step means making sure you fully comprehend what the problem is asking before trying to solve it. It's about carefully reading or analyzing the solution to know. So this what is giving the no information, what is being asked, the goal or what you need to find. Are there any condition or constraint? Let's proceed the next two. Devise a plan. This step means thinking of a strategy or method to solve the problem. After you understand what the problem is asking you, now figure out how to solve it. Make a step-by-step approach of choosing the right method to reach the solution. Next. These are examples of strategy you can use. Look for a pattern, use a formula, make a table or chart, work backward, guess and check, break the problem into smaller parts, draw a diagram or figure, use logical reasoning. Let's proceed to step 3. Carry out the plan. This step means putting your choosing strategy into action to actually solve the problem. Doing calculation step or action you planned in the step 2. Let's proceed to final step 4. Look back. This step means reviewing your solution to see if it makes sense if the problem was truly solved correctly. Checking your work to make sure your answer is correct and complete. Let's proceed. Ito pala yung susolvin natin sa solving local transportation delays using statistical reasoning. Ito mga transport, lagi na di-delay. Let's proceed. So, the step 1 muna is understand the problem. The part of the data analytic team working with our local community. Today, we're tackling a problem that affects many of us transportation delays. So, here's a problem. Our local jeepney and tricycle service are often unpredictable, causing students and workers to arrive late. This issue affects productivity, school performance, and overall community satisfaction. So, using logical reasoning and mathematics, we aim to quantify this issue and help improve public transportation reliability. Step 2. Devise a plan. To understand the index of the delay problem, we need data. So, ito yung mga nakolekta kong data na possible na pwede natin gamitin sa pang solution. Yan. Our population, all commuter in the community will use jeepneys or tricycle. Our sample, 10 randomly selected commuters. Variable, the number of minutes each commuter is delayed per day. We collect data over a week and record the frequency of various delay times. After gathering the data, we will calculate the mean average delay, identify the median value, determine the most frequent delay, and analyze how serious and common the delays really are. So, itong average delay is i-represent the average of a set of numbers calculated by summing all the values and dividing by the total count of values. Ito naman is middle value is the mean, also known as the average, is a measure of central tendency that represent the typical value with a set of numbers. And itong determine the mood, most frequently delay is the most common number that appears in your set of data. Kung ilang beses siya nangyayari sa delay nito. Let's proceed the next. Step 3. Carry out the plan. So, here's the data we collected from 10 commuters about their average delay per day this week in minutes. So, ito yung mga data na minutes na di-delay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 15, 10, 25, 20, 15, 30. So, let's calculate the statistical measure. So, this mean average 5 plus 10 equals 15. 15 plus 15 is 30. 30 plus 20 is 50. 50 plus 15 equals 65. 65 plus 10 equals 75. 75 plus 25 is 100. 100 plus 20 is 120. 120 plus 15 is 135. 135 plus 30 equals 165 total. So, divide by the number of the data points n equals 10. So, 165 divided by 10 equals 16.5. So, ito yung 16.5 ang lagi nalilate sa mga transportation. Let's proceed. Mood. 15 appears 3 times. Mood in 15 minutes. Itong 15 to nag-appear kasi tatlong beses siya lagi nadidelay. Ito 15, itong tatlo sa data na delay sa kada week nila na-collect ng data. Interpretation. Most commuter experience delay of around 15-17 minutes daily. That's a significant wait time, especially when combined over a week or month. Next. Step 4. Look back. Our statistical analysis clearly showed that delays are frequent and measurable with an average of 16.5 minutes lost daily. Commuters are losing nearly 1.5 hours per week. Our plan was effective in using a sample to reflect the broader population. However, we recognize that a sample size is small. For greater accuracy, we recommended expanding the survey to 50 to 100 people possible categorized by the time of the day of route taking. Based on this data, we can suggest solutions like improved scheduling, real-time GPS tracking, or dedicate lane during peak hours. These performance tasks show how mathematical reasoning and statistical method can turn real-world problems into solved one. So, this is it guys, and I hope you understand this video, and that's it. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.